A pain in she had like a brick. Jimmy, Jimmy, little Jimmy. Daddy is somewhere resting all alone. Jimmy, Jimmy, little Jimmy. Yes, no way he can come to the telephone. Hey, you daddy out there. I know you have blundered in the past, but now is a chance to make a difference. This Christmas, give your children some love. Take them shopping, take them for a toy. Take them for a little outing. After all, they are your children.
It's always a better choice. My one and only station.
DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Ministry of Health is investigating the possible cases of hand, foot and mouth disease and impetigo in Dominica. In the news from the region, UN is adapting its operations in Haiti and Cuba. And internationally, first day of Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire appears to hold as UN chief hails a ray of hope. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this? We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you
More
want.
gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmasing with free groceries from Flow, plus a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing.
More gifts with Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. The Ministry of Health is investigating the possible cases of hand, foot and mouth disease and impetigo in Dominica. This follows reports of a recent increase in a skin condition observed in children. The ministry is advising that it is actively investigating the suspected cases, primarily at the St. Martin Primary School. Acting Director of Primary Healthcare Services, Dr. Francine Jeffrey Louis, issued this statement on behalf of the Ministry of Health.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services of Dominica wishes to inform the public that there has been a recent increase in reports of a skin condition observed in children. After careful assessment and consultation with health professionals, the ministry has determined that the nature of the condition and symptoms have prompted further investigation to confirm hand, foot and mouth disease, as well as impetigo. HFMD is a contagious viral disease that typically affects young children and is characterized by fever, mouth sores, and the rash of the hands, feet, and sometimes other parts of the body. Impetigo, on the other hand, is a bacterial skin infection that presents as red sores or blisters that can break open and form a yellowish crust, often around the nose and mouth. The ministry is actively investigating the suspected cases, primarily at the St. Martin Primary School, while we monitor other suspected cases across the island. Updates will be provided once available. However, we urge individuals to be vigilant and take preventative measures to avoid the spread of any illness. Specific recommendations have been made to the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence for consideration, and discussions are ongoing. For those exhibiting symptoms, particularly fever, rashes, or skin lesions, the ministry advises seeking medical attention promptly. Additionally, we encourage the public to do the following. Maintain proper hygiene practices. Avoid close contact with infected people. Constant hand washing practices with soap and clean water or 70% and above alcohol-based solutions. Cover mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Do so in a tissue and discard in closed bins. Discourage the sharing of clothes, towels, eating and drinking utensils, and stuffed toys. Clean and disinfect toys, chairs and tables that may be contaminated by children's saliva. Keep children away from crowded places if they show signs of infection. Eat nutritious foods, fruits and vegetables. And keep children home if they are sick. We assure the public that the ministry is closely monitoring the situation and is in communication with healthcare providers to ensure the best course of action for prevention and treatment. With inquiries, individuals may contact the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services at 266-4915.
And that was Acting Director of Primary Healthcare Services, Dr. Francine Jeffrey Louis. And Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore, has opposed the granting of bail to double murder accused Jonathan Larrier. Larrier and his co-accused Robert Snyder are on remand at Stock Farm Prison for the murder of Eco Resort owner Daniel Langlois and Dominic Marchand in Corleone in December 2023. However, on Tuesday, the High Court opened bail for Larrier under tough conditions, including a bail amount of $1 million and having to revoke his U.S. citizenship.
Let me begin by making it fundamentally clear that the state takes this bail application for Jonathan Larrier, one of the accused of the double murder of Dominic Marchand and Daniel Joseph Langlois, very seriously and is totally opposed to the granting of bail. While I fully appreciate the independence of the court and embrace the principle that within our society one is presumed innocent until proven guilty, however, there is consensus within society that certain crimes, because of the brutality involved, are very serious and therefore must be dealt with in the most serious manner by the court. The public interest, therefore, is the transcending issue and must be seen to be one preserved and protected by the court at all times. One of the things your government has done over the years is to enact a bail act to seek to bring clarity as to how and when bail should be granted by the court. And in instances where bail should not be granted: 1, the seriousness of the crime; 2, if the accused person is a flight risk; and thirdly, the public interest. The state, from the onset, has taken this case very seriously. The police was quick and professional in its response, and that has been manifested throughout the investigations. The state has retained the services of one of the best senior counsels in the area of criminal law from the region to assist with the prosecution of that matter. The state will continue to provide all the resources needed to ensure this matter is properly prosecuted and justice is not only seen to be done, but will be done.
And that was Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore. And Technical Officer of Standards Development, Naomi Banis-Sampson, says the Bureau of Standards is currently working to develop new standards for a number of items. Her comments came during the Bureau of Standards radio program on DBS Radio. Sampson says the Bureau is also looking to increase the scope of market surveillance and inspections.
You know, as the Bureau, we intend to grow, we intend to expand, and so there are plans to increase the scope for the market surveillance and inspections. I believe there are plans in the pipeline for inspecting the importation of new and used vehicle tires, testing of domestic electrical appliances, and some product specifications. So by that I mean, like for example, honey, There's a standard that tells you what are the specifications honey has to meet in order for it to be considered quality honey. And so you'd be able to use that standard. If you comply with the requirements in that standard, then your honey is considered, especially acceptable locally but also internationally as well. For some of these standards are currently being developed, and so we will see what the future will hold as it relates to these, but it is all in the spirit of improving the quality of goods and services in the Commonwealth of Dominica.
And that was a Technical Officer of Standards Development, Naomi Banis Sampson. And on the feature segment of the DBS News, we visit a grieving family in Silver Lake as a 23-year-old Curtilia Charles was shot dead at her home in Silver Lake on Tuesday evening. Her sister, Katisha Charles, is nursing gunshot wounds at the Dominica Channel Friendship Hospital. A mother in pain is Julia Balio.
Well, my daughters and them was outside washing, and then after they finish, put the clothes to wash, they sit on the step. But they are custom of sending bandits. So I myself thought it was bandits that was sending. So I sit down on the porch there. All of a sudden, I just see a bow. Bow. Two bow. Next thing I see my bigger daughter run up on the step. Then she come and she pass inside. So I myself believing it's the bandit they send they running from. So next thing, I see the other daughter just come and she just fall along in front of me on the porch. And she tell me she get shot. Next thing, when I went inside, I seen my bigger daughter bleeding, blood pitching out of her foot. Then she tie it up. Then I come back on the porch and I there touching I say, Curtilia, 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 Curtilia. She never respond to me up to a day like today. Very sad moment, and that's a problem that happened with my children for the past time. And years, months, I've been going through. They shot my son by the road, and look, they shot my daughter again. I'm looking for justice for my children.
Kirtlyn Charles, the sister of the late Curtilia, says the tragic incident is too much to handle.
Curtilia been a very good person to us, you understand me? She will stand by our side. We always dress together for Christmas time, for all events. You must see three of us the same outfit, you understand? But this is a problem happening for years in Silver Lake with my family. 2018, my brother got shot for unnecessary things, you understand me? And my mother been going through a lot. We've been staying in this house, all of us. My mother have 9 children, just cause 2 died. So it's just her 2 girls and her boys alone, and they keep fighting us down. We really need to come out inside there, I think so, because to be honest, my mother go through a lot. Look, my mother just lost her 2 toes, so it's been rough on our side, to be honest. It's been real rough. I telling you, it's been real rough. When I heard my sister got shot and I see Linus come and pick her up, I cried to the hell. I couldn't believe that was my sister, because I spoke to her not too long and she said, Curtlyn, play that number. She still like to play lotto, she still like to sell her juice, so like to free up, you understand me? She like to do her TikTok. She checked me and her one little son saying, my mama in the hospital, but he don't know his mama died, you understand me? This morning when he hear his mommy phone call and he said, I want to talk to my mommy, and my granny. I have to tell him, no, your mommy is not there anymore. It's just so sad, really sad. Yeah, we really need to come out there, because this happening years upon years, family fighting against family, and this happening a whole long time, years upon years are happening. Yeah, and we really need justice. We really need justice.
For the brother of Curtilia, the death has left him devastated, as they were close as a family.
I'm really sad about the situation, because that was my sister I really loved. We used to go gym together, we used to walk. So last night now, I'm coming home from work, I was on a bus, and on the bus I was on my WhatsApp, and I saw some people posting like, Kaka, no, like screaming, so checking like, what's going on? So when the bus put me down by the hospital, I just rushed in to go and check my sister. And after I seen my sister there in pain, I just crying, but we need justice. I'm really sad.
Youth leader Gloria Walsh knows the Silver Lake community very well and says the shooting death of Curtilia is shocking.
Because I've been working with the Silver Lake community for over 20 plus years, and I have known Curtilia from smaller. She have been engaging in our program, our after school program, summer school, and it's really sad because not too long we buried Tracy.
And that just brought back a lot of memories. That brought back sadness to the community. And Cordelia was a child, have a lot of respect for me, never gave me rudeness, very, very strong in what she want to do with her life, and very focused. And to be honest, I am hurt. I came up because when I heard the news last night, I told my friend, I don't think that is true. But anyway, everybody started calling me. So I have to come and show my support. And again, it's sadness in the Silver Lake community, and I just want justice. I hope we can get that problem solved and, unite, with one another. But it has been very, very heart-wrenching for me.
Meantime, Parliamentary Representative for Roseau South, Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, visited the family this afternoon.
I first want to extend my condolences to the immediate family, her mom, her sisters, and her brothers on the passing. Very unfortunate incident, very sad. It's a very emotional time for the people of Silver Lake. I was in Portsmouth last night because I'm getting ready for a tree lighting ceremony on Sunday. And I got the news while in Portsmouth. And I decided on my way down, I told my driver, well, let's stop at the hospital. Let me see what's going on. And upon arrival, I heard that she had passed. So I stayed around while I spoke to the officers there. And I believe I was the last person to have seen her. Very, very, very trying times right now. So I'm here visiting her mom. She was not well, so she was unable to come to the hospital yesterday. But I said, let me come and visit her this morning. But it's very tragic. A young lady, hardworking young woman, left behind a child, left a 4-year-old son, behind. So it's sad. It's sad. But I pray for God to give the family strength in these trying times, and just to let them know that I, as a PAL rep, I'm here with them and the rest of the Silver Lake community.
And of course, this has been an inside look in Silver Lake, a community in mourning. And of course, police are investigating the murder, and DBS ourselves are extending condolences to the family. Of course, up next is news from the region and international.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this? We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
More gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to 10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmasing with free groceries from Flow, plus a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing.
More gifts with Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. The United Nations on Tuesday said it is adapting its operations to Haiti to ensure the continued delivery of critical humanitarian programs to the population in the French-speaking Caribbean community or CARICOM country. The UN also announced that it is continuing to provide assistance to Cuba 1 month after hurricanes Oscar and Rafael, as well as 2 earthquakes struck the eastern and western parts of the country. Haiti has been rocked by criminal gangs that have taken over a significant portion of the capital, Port-au-Prince. The United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, said on Monday that the number of children being recruited into armed groups across Haiti has increased by 70% over the past year. And internationally, thousands of Lebanese civilians are returning to their destroyed homes hours after a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah came into effect. The U.S. brokered ceasefire to end 13 months of fighting began at 4 p.m. local time or 2 p.m. GMT and so far appears to be holding. Israeli troops began a land invasion of Lebanon almost 2 months ago in response to almost a year of rocket attacks from Hezbollah. Well, this is the end of this evening's news. Up next is Sportive Gavin Richards.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports Report. We're kicking off with some football news as national footballer Kian Thomas netted 7 times. And national player Malachi Boni also got 4 goals, leading the Dominica State College to a comfortable win this afternoon in the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 football competition, where the Dominica State College A team crushed the Dominica State College B team 19-0 in a one-sided affair at the DFA Technical Center this afternoon. Kian Thomas, he got 7 goals. Malachi Boni scored a brace, or that should be 4 goals. Philip Maffey also got a hat-trick. Turi Christmas, he got 2 goals. And the Mario Challenger, Alexander Ailey and Luke Itiro also scored a goal each for the Dominica State College. Well, let's move on now to some cricket news as the West Indies head coach Andre Kohli says it was important for the team to open up their test series with Bangladesh on a winning note. Well, the West Indies took the first test match comfortably in Antigua and are now getting set for the second test, which starts in Jamaica on Saturday. Kohli says he was generally pleased with the effort shown by the team.
Very important for us. It sets up the series nicely, and then on the back of South Africa, obviously that was quite disappointing. But we're very happy that some of the plans that we had put in place have borne the fruit as has, and we're 1-0 up. So we're happy with that. We wanted to go in with an all-pace attack. We wanted something with grass that would offer bounce throughout the test match. And we were aware that Bangladesh also had some seam bowling in their ranks. We didn't believe, based on the data over the years, that this would have offered a lot of spin. So we wanted to go in with a fitful fast bowling attack, and we're happy with how things have turned out. So we're happy with the pitch, with the exception of the fact that it was a bit slow at the start.
And that's the West Indies head coach Andre Kohli. Kohli says he's excited with what the 4-man fast bowling attack can bring.
I'm more specific with a bowling unit about the role that each person plays. So you talk about Kimar. Kimar, obviously a seasoned campaigner. He's someone for us that is being asked consistently to set the tone for us. Jaden Seal has been emerging as a new ball bowler. Alzari, although he has opened the bowling for us, gives us that aggression and first change. And then Shamar is also emerging. So we have a combination of a bit experience, setting of the tone. We also saw some movement, a bit of seam movement. We know that we have within the unit we have a couple of guys who swing the ball. So it's really around the role that's required at the time, and then relative to each batter, the respective lengths that are likely to challenge them the most. So that's really how we go about things, and then just having the conversations with Craig around how effectively he manages them to ensure that whenever he's asking them to come back, that they're freshest.
And that's the West Indies head coach Andre Kohli. West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite is hoping that his batters can put in another good shift as the team prepares for the second test match against Bangladesh in Jamaica. Brathwaite says that the team's first innings display was impressive, where they managed 450 runs, where the innings was led by an unbeaten century from Justin Graves and 90s from Alec Athanaze and Mikael Louis. Brathwaite says that the batters have to be prepared to replicate the effort come Saturday.
Well, I think the way we batted in the first innings, to put up 450 runs, I think that was great. Normally here in Antigua, day one especially is always favorable for fast bowlers. And, the first 2 sessions, the pitch was extremely slow, obviously a bit of moisture, but a fair set of moisture. And the way how we went about it, and got up to 450 in the end, guys getting some big 50s, Justin Graves getting 100. I think that really put us in a very good position, to press to win the test match.
You mentioned the 450, but also the fast bowlers in that first innings on the surface that really didn't have a lot of seam movement.
and pace initially. Talk about how they operated and how they work together as a team.
Yeah, I think they work fantastic together. I mean, Kimar Roach is the leader of this bowling unit, and on and off the field. So when obviously Kimar says that's what it is, and to see how we went about it, I think the discipline was superb, and we had some aggression, and I think that's very important in Test cricket. And I believe once we continue to mix aggression with that discipline, obviously. Saying discipline is just hitting, a good top of off length majority of the time. You always get a wicket. So it's good. Obviously, everyone has different skill sets, in the fast bowling unit. But, I think they have a very, very bright future.
And that's West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite. In some more cricket news this evening, Alec Athanaze, Justin Graves, Micaiah Louis and Jordan Seals have all moved up in the latest ICC Test rankings released this morning. Athanaze, who recorded 90 in the first innings and top scored a 42 in the second innings of the first Test match against Bangladesh, has moved up 18 places in the Test rankings for batsmen. He now sits at number 62. Justin Graves has moved 43 places to get into the top 100, and he's at number 81, and Micaiah Louis is at number 86, while the highest ranked West Indian batsman is Craig Brathwaite at number 53. The top-ranked Test batsman is England's Joe Root. Meantime, Jordan Seals gained 3 spots and is now at a career best 11, and he's also the top-ranked West Indian bowler, while the top-ranked bowler in world cricket is India's Jasprit Bumrah. Hayley Matthews will lead the West Indies women's team into a multi-format tour of India in December. Well, the tour comprises of 3 T20 internationals and 3 one-day internationals. The West Indies ladies are currently ranked 6th in both the T20 internationals and one-day internationals. Stephanie Taylor, who is currently rehabilitating from an injury sustained, and she will not be part of the tour. Well, the West Indies women's team is Hayley Matthews as the captain, Shermaine Campbell, the vice-captain, Aliyah Aline, Shamila Connell, Nerissa Crafton, Deandra Dottin, Afi Fletcher, Shakiba Ganabi, Chanel Henry, Zayda James, Kiana Joseph, Mandy Mangru, Ashmini Munisa, Karishma Ramnarak and Rashada Williams. Well, West Indies women's head coach Shane Dietz says that the ladies, or is hoping that the ladies can build on the momentum gained from the last T20 World Cup. The West Indies, they made it to the semi-finals of that competition. Well, let's stay with cricket news as cricket commentator Joseph Reds-Ferreira says Cricket West Indies should take drastic action against both the Jamaica and Barbados Cricket Associations for last weekend's situation, which resulted in the forfeiting of the regional Super 50 Overs finals. Well, the tournament ended last weekend without a champion as both the Barbados Pride and the Jamaican Scorpions opted to forfeit Saturday's final, despite assurances from the umpires and match referee that the conditions were safe for play.
If that is allowed to continue by Cricket West Indies, the situation with rules and regulations, the appointment of a match referee and umpires declaring that the ground is playable, turn en masse. You could have competitions turn upside down because captains simply refuse to toss or refuse to play. And I think the board must, in fact, take a strong action. I don't believe that the 2 players should be suspended, but the 2 players, I think, should be fined, and their respective associations also be cautioned in the future about the responsibility of leadership.
And that's cricket commentator Joseph Reds-Ferreira. Well, yesterday we heard from Cricket West Indies Director of Cricket Miles Bascom, who announced that the captains of the Barbados Pride and the Jamaican Scorpions will be charged by the match referee. And the Guyana Amazon Warriors, well, they opened up their campaign in the inaugural Global Super League on a winning note as they eased past the Pakistan-based Lahore Qalandars as that tournament got underway in Guyana last night. Well, the Global Super League is a 5-team tournament featuring T20 franchises from Pakistan, Bangladesh, England, Australia and the West Indies, and the teams are competing for a grand prize of $1 million. While the Qalandars batting first, they were bowled out for just 125. We had Tom Abel getting 48, Dwayne Pretorius, he picked up 4 wickets in the 19th over to finish with figures of 4 for 21. Hassan Khan 2 for 31 and Imran Tahir 2 for 23. And Guyana in search of 126. They got 129 for 4 in 17.5 overs. West Indies batsman Shea Hope, he got 45 not out. Kimo Paul got 27 not out. Shimron Hetmeyer 14. The Guyana Amazon Warriors, they won the game by 6 wickets. So the competition will continue tonight. There's another big game on tonight and gets underway at 7 o'clock with the Rangpur Riders from Bangladesh taking on Hampshire, the English-based T20 franchise. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock. Also at 7 o'clock is Off the Field, your number one sport show on the radio. And I'll be back in about 30 minutes time with Delvin Esprit as we look at some of the major sporting activities going on around locally, regionally and internationally as well. Well, that's the DBS Evening News. Of course, you heard the news with Hassan Robinson. On behalf of the entire news and sports department, our link person DJ Halo Boy, Gavin Richards saying good evening.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Welcome to the evening edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We head straight into the general announcements. It is the 27th day of November 2024. Applications are invited from suitable qualified individuals to fill the position of General Manager at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. Responsibilities. The General Manager is primarily responsible for the overall operational success of the credit union under the supervision of the Board of Directors. The General Manager operationalizes the vision, mission, goals, and policies of the MCCU by means of strategic leadership. In addition to other duties, the General Manager is responsible for fostering and maintaining amicable alliances with external partners and relevant authorities. Qualifications. A maximum of a master's degree in business administration or economics with 3 years experience at a managerial level, or a minimum of a bachelor's degree in banking and finance or management with 5 years relevant experience. A cover letter, detailed curriculum vitae, and the relevant particulars of 2 references should be submitted on or before Friday 29th November to the President, Board of Directors, Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, Wales, Marigot, Commonwealth of Dominica. The Dominica Geothermal Development Company Limited, DGDC Limited, invites residents of the Roseau Valley to the following community meeting to receive an update on the construction of the geothermal power plant and the new electricity transmission network. The meeting, which is currently ongoing or should have started at 6 p.m., is taking place currently in Trafalgar at the Trafalgar Resource Center. So if you'd like to attend that particular meeting, it should have started at 6 p.m. in Trafalgar. It's taking place at the Trafalgar Resource Center. Details for the Foncole community will be provided in a subsequent announcement. The Dominica Geothermal Development Company Limited encourages your participation. UWI Global Campus and the Fort Young Hotel invite all to the 14th Annual Dame Eugenia Charles Memorial Lecture on Monday, the 2nd of December at 7 p.m. at the State House Conference Room. Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will speak on the topic, Our Caribbean Civilization and its Political Prospects. The lecture is free. The 71st Annual General Meeting of the Dominica Building and Loans Association will be held at the Dominica Public Service Union Conference Room on Valley Road, Roseau, Thursday, November 28th at 4:45 p.m. Please make every effort to attend and be on time. You could be a lucky winner. We've come to the end of the general announcements. We have some What's On right now. Stay tuned. But just before we head into this this What's On segment, we also want to tell you that it's a sale. It's a Black Friday sale at Beauty Wise. Sale begins on Thursday, the 28th of November to Saturday, the 30th of November. 20% off store-wide, and of course that is happening at Beauty Wise. Sale happens at Beauty Wise Inc. for you, their customers. Go take advantage of the 3 days of sales and stock up on your hair and beauty supplies. Also, get all wigs at 50% off Thursday through Saturday. Yes, you heard it right. 50% off on all wigs. Visit Beauty Wise on 31 Hanover Street to take advantage of these offers. Or contact them on telephone numbers 440-9093 612-9855. Beauty Wise Inc., your premier beauty supply store. Let's head into some What's On right now. Join CBN Dominica Inc. for the grand opening of Blast, located in Soufriere on Friday, the 29th of November from 4 p.m. Music by DJ Epic, entertainment by DJ Epic, Spin the Wheel, and lots more. See you there. Blast, know your limits, play within it. Also on the What's On segment is this.
Oh, butter! Roseau South, get ready for the Christmas tree lighting presented by Honorable Shakira Lockhart. Noel Ball away. We'll have fun activities, live entertainment, food, and of course, the Christmas tree lighting. Come check it out. Butter!
Hallelujah, it's a sign of.
And that's taking place Sunday, the 1st of December at 5 p.m. opposite the Macmillan gas station. We've come to the end of this evening's edition of the Community Bulletin Board, the general announcements and What's On. Join us tomorrow morning from 7:40 a.m. with the morning edition of your general announcements and What's On. Don't forget to hear your announcements on DBS Radio, the nation station. Come into the sales and marketing team's office Mondays through Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, you can give us a call, 448-3282, 448-3283. Same times and days mentioned except holidays.
Abandon qui compelle les gens qui
Joseph, papa, mon Dieu. Abandon qui compte Michon qui dit parole là pour faire nous la peine. Abandon qui compte Michon qui dit c'est Joseph, papa, mon Dieu. Abandon qui compte Michon qui dit parole là pour faire nous la peine. Abandon qui compte Michon. Abandon qui compte Michon. Abandon qui compte Michon, mon Dieu. Abandon qui compte Michon. Promptement levez-vous mon voisin, le Seigneur de la terre est un corps parmi nous, mon voisin envoyé de son Père. Promptement levez-vous mon voisin, le Seigneur de la terre est un corps parmi nous, mon voisin envoyé de son Père. Allez, allez mon voisin, allez à la couette. Allez, allez mon voisin, allez à la couette. Mon frère, mon frère, mon frère. Mon vrai, mon vrai, mon vrai, mon vrai, mon vrai. Papa, mon Dieu, abandonne qui compte Michon qui dit parole là pour faire nous la peine. Abandonne qui compte Michon qui dit c'est Joseph, papa, mon Dieu. Abandonne qui compte Michon qui dit parole là pour faire nous la peine.
Morning, neighbor. Neighbor, it's Christmas time. We're running a serenal. Open up. Open your front door, neighbor. Yes. This is Christmas before it's too late. Bring out the sorrel and the black cake. Pass me some rum and a piece of bread and jam, plenty cake and a piece of ham. Because it's Christmas. Christmas. Maybe it's Christmas. It's Christmas. We wish a Merry Christmas to you. Get a glass and have a drink too. Come join with us as we sing. Jump and swing, it won't cost you a thing. Because it's Christmas, neighbor. Christmas, neighborhood. Christmas. Don't forget, this is our time of year. Neighbor. Neighborhood. Merry Christmas to you. Neighborhood. Yeah. That you enjoy this song. We know you have a lot of more drinks to come. Callaloo and Buck, we enjoy it to show you cash up and ginger beer. Because Christmas, it's Christmas. It is Christmas. wish a Merry Christmas to you. Pass a glass and have a drink too. Come join with us as we swing. Jump and swing it one cause you a thing. Because it's Christmas, neighbor. Christmas, neighbor, hoy, Christmas. Don't forget this is our time of year. Never